The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Now broadcasting from the Right to Offend Media Studios in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, art, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report Live with Sam Whitfield.
But giving offense is good. In fact, it's essential.
Well, it's been a New York minute since I've talked to y'all folks, but it's good to be back.
This motherfucker was saving that one up. I saw the smile. He knew it was showtime, and he was like, I'm going to make the New York minute punt. Good one.
Of course.
I had to. So. And, before the show, Mort confirmed that, New York is less awesome with me there.
It is.
So.
Well, I don't know. Tonight's list seemed to suggest potentially otherwise.
Oh, really? What list is that?
Well, I have a list. It's the top 10 list for the evening, Sam. It's oh no, I dropped that. That's no good. You don't drop these, you smoke them. The top 10 crimes that allegedly, coincidentally happened in New York City while Sam was there on vacation and is absolutely not related to him. Wink, wink.
Okay, well, hold on a sec, Max. I mean, being this handsome is not a crime.
Oh my God.
He's debatable.
He's got jokes.
I mean, maybe it should be, but it's not. So
I'm sure the ladies were waiting in line for their chance to speak to you.
Some of them were, but no. Well, what were these crimes, Max? Let's
Okay,
hear.
well, then I guess we'll get right into the top 10 list for the evening. Hold on. When she passes that back, says I gotta finish up, and I can't be doing that. But yeah, the top 10 list for the evening. The top 10 crimes that allegedly, coincidentally, happened in New York City while Sam was there on vacation and is completely unrelated to him. Wink, wink.
Of course. I'm a good boy.
That's right. It's just has so happened that all these things happened the same time frame. Police don't have any leads at the moment, Sam, so we're just going to go through some of these weird things, these things that happened while you were there. Number 10, can you believe this, Sam? Grand theft wheelchair.
I mean,
somebody was going around taking wheelchairs this week in New York City, Sam. It's wild.
Yeah, I believe it.
I blame Medicaid, by the way.
Yes.
If they made it a little easier, people wouldn't have to be stealing the motherfuckers out in the streets.
Yeah.
Number 9, a breaking and entering at a large bookstore. Nothing stolen, but a pile of signed Night of the Vigilante books were left inside.
Well, I mean,
who could have committed such a heinous crime?
Well, Morpheus.
I know nothing, sir.
Number 8, the purchase of large quantities of PCP. That happened.
Shmuley, of course.
Yep.
He's trying to frame me?
Number 7, this one's a little, I hope you got a good alibi. The theft of pens from Trump Tower.
I mean,
Number 6, a biohazard gas attack in Times Square. Sam, one witness said it smelled like rotten eggs.
well, I mean, that's
Could
not
smell
me.
worse.
This crippled guy sitting nearby chuckling to himself. Be on the lookout.
The shaking grin.
He's using chemical weapons against the populace. I hear he ate chili.
More. I told you you couldn't order Chinese food anymore, sir.
Couldn't be me. I don't eat chili.
And
No, I said Chinese food.
But Max said chili.
speaking of women lining up to talk to Sam, number 5, there was a rash, a wave, like a crime wave, Sam, of solicitation of gigolo services.
Well,
Very weird that correlates the week that you're there. There's this massive demand for gigolo services, Sam. Now, either this means one of two things, as you can see. Either there's lots of ladies out there looking for a piece of Sam,
true.
or Sam uses an ungodly amount of gigolos.
Yes.
Number 4, this crime was committed many times over the time you were there. Number 4, thinking Trump is not the devil in the first degree.
Well, that's true. But like, I have to tell you,
Guilty
Like-
as charged.
that one I will cop to. But also, like, most average New Yorkers I met don't actually hate the guy as much as you might.
What, you
think.
mean they also have committed thinking Trump is not the devil in the first degree?
Yes.
By God, they
Yeah.
should all be executed. That's page 1. Page 2 came with page 1. See, this is a trick. You got to make paper work for you, Sam. You can't be working for the paper. Number 3, this was tragic. It's a hate crime, actually, if you ask me. Wheelchair tracks were found on the Pride flag sidewalk and also on the BLM sidewalk.
Now that one could be me or Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that one wasn't me.
Mm-hmm. And number 2, illegal entry into several notable jazz clubs. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Look, man. Cover prices are like really
I
expensive.
have connections, so I wouldn't
expensive
need
these
the illegal
days.
entry.
All right. I threw the list. I needed it because I have to read it back, huh? Duh.
Yeah.
The top 10 crimes that Sam committed, that actually coincidentally happened in New York City while Sam was there on vacation. Number 10, grand theft wheelchair. I like the
fifth.
sound of that one, by the way. We should trademark that for a video game.
Yes.
It'd be like Goat Simulator, but you're just a guy in a wheelchair.
Then we would get our wheelchair pro tag.
That's right. Then you get like the hashtag crippled on Steam and all that stuff. Or you guys, they have to have like a politically correct way of saying it, right? Able friendly or some shit.
Yeah, differently abled.
It's accessible, guys, for modern audiences. Number 9, Breaking and entering at a large bookstore, nothing stolen, but a pile of signed Night of the Vigilante books were left inside. Number 8, the purchase of large quantities of PCP. Number 7, the theft of pens from Trump Tower. Number 6, a biohazard gas attack in Times Square. Nobody was injured, Sam, but a couple people did vomit. Number 5, the mass solicitation of gigolo services. Number 4, thinking Trump is not the devil in the first degree. Number 3, wheelchair tracks on the Pride flag sidewalk as well as the BLM sidewalk. Number 2, illegal entry into several notable jazz clubs. And the number 1 crime that was totally not committed by Sam while he was in New York City, it just so happened to happen at the same time. Trust me, bro.
Uh-huh.
Writing while drunk in public.
Writing?
Yes, writing while drunk in public.
Well, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth to most of those. As far as the stolen pens, that's all they noticed I took. I mean, I plead the fifth.
So he admits he took the pens. If he admits he took the pens, then the rest of the list might be true.
They're beautiful pens, Sam.
Of course,
tremendous. The best.
They are. No, going to Trump Tower, like the last time I was at Trump Tower,
those pictures you have put out public, right? I view at Trump Tower because it was pretty funny. Not gonna lie, like your face in some of them is great.
Yeah, no, I was so giddy to be back there because the last time I was there was like he hadn't even won the election the first time, and it was kind of like people were saying, "Man, it would be cool if he became president." And now, like, people, like, I actually met like a lot of New Yorkers there who were like, "Yeah, we love Trump. But we can't really tell anyone." Like,
you can't really wear it on your sleeve. That's
Unless
all
you're
of
upstate.
Northeast. Morpheus, it's the same. Like you're more of a, cause like this is the thing, Sam, that a lot of people don't understand about these states. He's upstate somewhere,
Upstate,
right?
Yep.
Out there, probably mostly Trump supporters, right? And you
Mostly Trump support, and you actually get Trump hats, Trump shirts, Trump signs.
But the thing is that these big cities like New York, and in the case of my state, Massachusetts, Boston, the big cities are so stacked with liberals, and they literally outnumber us all.
Yep.
So it's like living in a red state ruled over by people far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally in ivory towers.
That
terrible.
That's the damn shame though. Is like I know people like we've even talked at this. Like I know people who live in Manhattan who are Trump supporters. I know people in LA who are Trump.
And you can see on the map though, if you get outside of New York City, you get outside of Boston, it's all red.
Yep, literally. You look at New York State, other than fucking New York City, fucking Buffalo, and Syracuse, it's all fucking red.
This is why PA is a swing state, right? Is because the population is split evenly between the major cities, Philly and Pittsburgh, mostly, and but it's also spread out because it's a farming area, right? So the population there is like spread out to where it comes out almost even in the end, and it usually comes down to the kind of unionist steel mill workers in PA that basically decide the whole election for the state, because everything else is pretty evenly spread out, where you got the urbanites. For basically people in big cities, they vote left, and that even includes in red states.
Yeah, Well, I know like a lot of conservatives who work in this city, like in Manhattan. They live out on like Staten Island. Andrew Nelson famously like was born and raised in Queens, and he obviously commuted into the city. And by the way, I'm not doxing him. That's on his
No, and
website.
I was gonna say, even when he was on the show, he said he got the fuck out of the city and lives somewhere much nicer now.
Yeah,
So he still loves it. I don't want to, paint it like he doesn't. He just thinks it's fallen on really hard times, and it's better to be somewhere you love.
yeah. Well,
I think we all feel that way. Like, even, there's the old joke about the, mass holes versus New Yorkers or whatever. That's about baseball teams,
yeah.
But like for this area, like there is a thing about New York, and it is sad to see it in the state that it's in. I think we all agree with that.
Yeah, and I can kind of relate with that with Denver as well. Like, look, I talk a lot of shit about Colorado now under the leadership of the gay guy, Paulus. Um, but no, I mean, I still love Colorado. It's just sad to see it so poorly mismanaged.
So, what's it like being a wheelchair guy in New York City? I honestly, in 2025, did you have trouble getting around? Was it pretty effortless?
It was pretty effortless. The one thing I will say is, for as much bitching as people do about the government, the public transportation in New York City is like eons bet like if public transportation were as good, and I'm sure it's not perfect, but compared to other places I've been, like even here in Florida, the New York public transit system is eons better than anywhere else I've been. I'm not sure how it is where you are more, so I'm just speaking
It's
Manhattan.
fine. It's adequate.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
When you're in suburban areas, public transit basically means the bus, maybe a train station here and there.
Yeah, but I mean,
Whereas New York City, it's gonna be there's the subway, there's transit on every corner, taxis. There's so many different options.
well, right,
Yeah, but bus here where I am in upstate, bus is fine, and there is a train depot, and relatively accessible distance from me. So
does does it run on time? Does it run on time though? Because that is
you
the one.
usually,
Okay, well that's better than where I'm at in Florida. Uh, and
and the times that they are off, like say it's a shitty weather day, it'll be no more than 50 minutes.
I will
But-
say this: Massachusetts has the MBTA, which is like the New York Transit, and the NYTA. The MBTA, the Massachusetts Boston Transit Authority, is great. Actually, they mismanaged a lot of money. However, they still do a fairly good job considering that. Although crime's been up since all these illegals came in for some strange reason. Must be completely unrelated, though.
yeah. Oh, so Max, I'm very curious to hear what you guys think about the Diddy trial, because I really didn't pay much attention to the news. But
I heard
did.
a crazy guy in a wheelchair was protesting that, but it didn't make the list because I saw him, as I told you, and he was old and black. See, crazy and in a wheelchair, maybe could be you, but when he was old and black, it clearly wasn't you.
It wasn't me, but I will tell you this. I did see it, and it was kind of based. But like I did see a group of like of white collar guys and working class guys on one of the MTA buses in New York City, and they were all dads, and I could tell this because like blue collar and white collar dads bonding together, and they wanted to go beat Diddy's ass at the no, I'm serious, like they were actually talking at like
Good.
and
Kick his ass.
and I was like, I'm a tourist, but I'd like to join in, and they were like, yeah, but you know, you might slow us down, so so that's why
Well, there's the line of women following you. It would slow them down.
yeah, that's why. So, but no, in all seriousness, I did see like yeah, dads on like there were a lot of people on the buses like that I was on talking like how much they wanted to kick Diddy's ass.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting now seeing it come because obviously I was talking about Diddy parties and him being a creep and potentially a criminal before he was arrested on this show. And that's because it was never really a secret within the entertainment industry. People knew about what kind of shit was going on at his parties. I had a vague idea, but I'll tell you, the opening week of this trial has been wild. If you haven't noticed, it started with the ex-girlfriend. She made the accusations, kind of laid out her case.
So I really like other than that exchange though, but I heard glimpses from people, but like I really did not pay much attention to what like went on. So like were there any like big bombshells?
Cassie, the ex-girlfriend, the opening witness, took the stand, and she told her story of how she met him when she was 19. I believe that is when they met, and he got into a sort of relationship with her, but the relationship immediately was about him bringing in dudes, prostitutes, gigolos, to have a gangbang on the girl while he directed it like a pornography film, which we hadn't heard that bit before, actually. That's new to the trial. So he would direct these pseudo rape scenes of his girlfriend for years, even when they were broken up, apparently. And so because she presented the whole case, the defense came about, and very early on in their opening statements, the defense offered their defense, which I'm going to summarize as best I can. I am no legal scholar, Sam, but this is what I interpreted. The short version is, yes, he beat them women up. Yes, he forced them to do all them crazy sex stuff, and they liked it. End of story. Let him go.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I don't think that is going to convince the jury, Sam.
No.
Wild shot in the dark prediction here. Don't think a jury's going to like that at all. Especially because they have saved the underage victims for later, and they're going to testify in front of the jury, but not in front of the public. Because, yes, there are minor victims in this case, just in case anybody was unaware, and both male and female.
Yeah.
Diddy likes them both. Also, audio just released of him and LeBron James having sex in 2010. So that's part of the evidence.
Wait,
that's wonderful.
Yeah. Wait,
yes, the LeBron James, you know, the basketball player.
King James.
Yeah. The guy who was crying because Trump won.
The guy called the bitch James.
Well, he was crying there too because Diddy was like, "Yeah, you're gonna take that shit. Yeah, fucking LeBron, say it, Diddy the best." Sorry, that's not what actually it sounds like at all. I'm making things up, but it did leak.
Yeah. So Well, I mean, we know
Now
that
you do me like Puffy used to do. I mean, now you do me like Biggie used to do.
we know that Kanye is a gay fish, but like, what do we call? I mean,
I told you he was a gay fish, and then he put out a song called Hail Hitler. By the way, why do you guys keep using gay fish to mean anything but Nazi? We established that's what it means.
yeah, no,
That's what it's always meant. It just took Kanye figuring it out, and now that he did, he released a song that can't be played anywhere. You know, it's crazy because just based off bootleg streams, it's the #1 song twice over. Sam.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I love because I did well, I caught part of last week's live stream, which, by the way, gentlemen, thank you for filling in, and thanks to Dr. Craig for his analysis on the situation.
Yeah. That's cool.
I have to tell you, I played it for my mom, and her reaction was is obviously it's like, you know, the lyric that, you know, she wasn't a big fan of the Hail Hitler thing. But like a lot of people, she kind of hates that it's so catchy because
I love that it's catchy. That's
Everybody
what makes
hates it.
brilliant.
Well, yeah, it's like it's like one of those things where like you love it, where like everyone loves it because it's catchy, but like we also hate it that it's so catchy because it's
There's a great
It's like-
cover. I'll send you a link of somebody playing it just raw on piano.
Yes, I saw. I actually listened to that one.
And that shows what I mean by how tightly composed the song is. It's not just like the melody or anything. It's all of it, including his vocals and how he says the words.
Yep.
Is all tied into the composition like a classical composer. Or in contemporary terms, he's composed the song much like Prince composed his songs.
Yeah, well, my mom brought up the valid point, and I mean it's nothing like groundbreaking, but like, you know, the fact that like Hail Satan is like, you know, that's like considered edgy, but like how, you know, the record labels will still like accept that, right? But like,
Well, think about this.
That's safe
Like
edgy.
to drive your mom's point home, Lil Nas X, you remember? He had that song about where in the video the song is about and the video is about him being butt fucked by the devil.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
That was fine. And so
yeah,
if your mom's absolutely right that if it had been Hail Satan, people would have been fine with it.
yeah,
Which like theoretically is worse, right?
yeah.
Because if Hitler's evil and like assuming Satan's real, obviously an atheist wouldn't have this problem. But if you believe Satan to be real, he's responsible for Hitler's shit and everybody else's too, and so he's way worse than Hitler.
Well,
like,
and
objectively, Satan is worse than Hitler. Sam, is this actually edgy?
no,
Do people actually think it's edgy to say that Satan is worse than Hitler? And that they're not even close. Hitler killed millions of human beings, but Satan is responsible for inspiring the genocides of many millions more all through history and every bad thing that's ever happened.
well,
So it's not even a contest.
Well, when John Guarnieri was here in December, we went off on a little tangent. One of the things that he mentioned was he brought up Che Guevara as like an example. He said, you know, the media and like a lot of people in Hollywood and pop culture, they turned Che Guevara into a fashion trend.
Sure.
Where he was even like on purses and like bikinis, and like whatnot. And and
Which
he was
he would absolutely put a bullet between your eyes for wearing
right.
because it's
And,
fucking capitalist fucking slop.
yes, and I mean, so so he was a mass murderer who killed. I'm not sure
Right.
if he.
And here's the thing: I will unequivocally say Hitler was way worse than him.
Right.
Or orders of magnitude worse. Che Guevara directly probably killed 100 and a few dozen people. Ordered maybe a few hundred more. Obviously, you look at what happened in World War II. Just deaths on the battlefield alone is more than that. Like, I'm just trying to say that, like, we've lost all sense of fucking scale when it comes to evil, Sam, because everybody thinks Hitler is the worst evil that's ever existed.
Yep.
And like I just pointed out, even comparing him as if they're on an equal playing field to the devil.
Yes.
Well, no, he was one German dude who failed art school and took it out on a few million Jews because he's a crybaby. That's not, Satan did that too, though. You know what I mean? He did that.
Yeah.
Right? So why is that even comparison? And then again, you even kind of reflexively were like trying to point out the difference. It's like, yes, but Che Guevara is awful. He killed hundreds of people, but it pales to the millions, which pale in my mind to the millions of Stalin.
Yeah.
Mao.
Yeah. Well, Mao is the example I should have used because that's more appropriate than Che, perhaps. But like, yeah,
Right, but then you're just either way because you're going up and down the scales. And actually, Mao, for most communists, is a bridge too far if you talk about him positively. A lot of them will shut that down.
Yeah.
So they even have their limits. But of course, they'll say that Hitler's worse than Mao, even though Mao absolutely did target people specifically because of their race, just like Hitler did.
Yeah.
There's a scale of evil, right? And it's okay to say that Hitler is not the top of that scale. I don't understand why that's even a controversial thing to say.
My whole thing is like,
certainly he's the top of the scale if you put him in a room with just people like us.
Right.
But when you put him next to history's greatest monsters or a metaphysical devil, he's just another fucking dude.
Yeah. My whole thing is like, there are multiple individuals who are evil, and like I
Look
I
at the
feel
killing
like
fields of Cambodia.
yeah.
Somebody might mention that the Holocaust was ruthless and brutal. Cambodia was horrific what they did over there, or the experiments done by the Japanese on the Chinese. If it's about the level of like torture, Hitler's regime's not the worst of that either. It's in any category, it's not the absolute worst. It's one of the worst.
I feel like and I mean I've said this for years, like, no denying Hitler is an evil dude, but like he's not the end all to be all of evil. And I feel like
unless you're a communist, and that's by design, that propaganda was put there for a reason.
Right. And I mean I feel like if we were allowed to like actually talk about other figures, like I feel like I don't want to say that Hitler's been like
there's a lot of mythologies you're not allowed to challenge, though. Like in the reverse, we're not allowed to criticize Abraham Lincoln very much.
No.
I have a lot of problems with Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, well,
I'm not exactly a Confederate, neo-Confederate or anything. I don't think the South could have won the war, should have even necessarily won the war. But I do think that some of the things that Abraham Lincoln did in the name of that war were unconstitutional and dictatorial. and you're not allowed to say it,
Yeah.
especially among Republicans. But you know, we do have a habit of like saying things that seem to upset a lot of like rock ribbed type older Republicans, right? But Trump, even though he's older, he really does represent like the millennial spirit in the party. So to speak, like that's the thing, is his base is millennial, like millennial and Zoomer conservatives are gonna go forward with his message for the next 2 decades.
Well,
3 decades.
we're the audience. I actually was talking at this with a young man in New York who just turned, or he didn't just turn 18, but he turned 18 like right before the election, and so he's a native New Yorker. Shout out to Paul, and he told me he's like yeah, he was like, I was really proud to vote for Trump, this time out for my first election. And he said, I remember watching watching like reruns of The Apprentice as like a kid and just being like, enthralled by how cool, Trump was coming off the helicopter. And so like Trump's audience, like we've all kind of grown up with him, whether it was you with like The Art of the Deal and me with seeing him on like, WWE.
Well, and then another generation seeing him on as president.
Yeah.
Right? My son. My son was born the same year Trump took office the first time.
That's wild to me. I'm sure.
Me and him, when he was a baby, we used to watch like Trump stump speeches and stuff. Ever since he was a little kid, little infant, he'd laugh.
His first words were "Make America." No, I'm just kidding. His first words were probably
tremendous.
Mom.
Make my bottle great again.
But no, like he used to just sit there with me. We'd watch the speeches and stuff. So his whole life, this guy has been president. Like you said, when I was a kid, he was just kind of a businessman, a flashy businessman. Then he moved into being sort of an entertainer. Then he went full on into the entertainment with The Apprentice. But I think people forget that the Home Alone thing was just a cameo. And he was not really like an actor or anything like that before. The Apprentice was his first real direct entertainment gig. This is what people forget. He went into business. Yeah, you say, oh, he started with the $1 million loan. Okay, but he turned it into billions and billions, then lost it, then won it back. Read Art of the Comeback, by the way. Great book. Follow up to Art of the Deal. Yeah, he lost all the money, then got back to his fucking spot, right? And then took on a whole, instead of real estate and just kind of talking with the paparazzi and going to fancy dinners, he's like, I'm going to take on show business. And what did he do? The Apprentice was the top show. Anybody denies it is a fucking liar.
I do not like watching, reality TV, but that was one show I watched.
My boomer in-laws watched that shit religiously.
Yeah.
You know? And they I would say that they were conservative then. They were always conservative, but they were neocons. They were Bush types, right? Trump policies, if he'd have started talking about that stuff on The Apprentice, they'd have been done with him back then. So he conquers business twice. Conquers the entertainment business. We'll include the wrestling part in that because, yes, one of the biggest money-drawing main event WrestleMania moments of all time, the Battle of the Billionaires, Donald Trump and Vince McMahon each picked a dude, and then they shaved Vince McMahon's head.
I'm going to tell my kids that was the first presidential debate.
That'd be hilarious.
And then, fucking with Rosie. That's one of my favorite moments of him in media. Also, some of his interviews with Stern are legit awesome.
Yeah.
I think some of his early interviews with Stern, when people still listened to Stern, because he did interviews with Stern well after that point. But I'm talking in the early 2000s when he used to go on Stern, and he was one of the only celebrities that would do that because they all knew Howard Stern would try and like ask you questions you don't want to answer, right? And Trump didn't care. So he'd go on there all the fucking time. And he was that, I'm telling you, for a demographic of working class bros that listened to Howard Stern, that's why they're still Trump guys to this day. It's
Howard
because of
is
what he would do on that show.
yeah. Well. The funny thing about Howard Stern is the guy is either just straight up like lying, or he's deluded himself to the point where like
He doesn't care. He just wants the money to keep
Well-
rolling in, and he's sick of fighting.
he literally thinks he's the reason why Trump is famous, or at least he has said
Well,
that.
okay, but like I just said, there is a level, like, yeah, that's delusional, right? But that's just like those alt-right guys like Spencer and them saying that they got Trump elected. Like, there's 15 of you.
Right.
Okay. Yes. Did working class people get a rapport from listening to Trump on the Howard Stern show? Yeah, they kind of built up a rapport with Trump. Did Howard give him that platform and kind of lean the interviews in a way that helped shape that? Yes, but I don't think he was doing it intentionally, for sure. I don't think he ever thought Trump would run.
No.
And for two, how many votes does that translate to? Probably like a 2%er.
If that, yeah.
Not a real, it's just like those alt-right guys or like Nick Fuentes or any of these guys that think that your radical politics really moved the needle, guys. And then when you actually measure it out, it's a percentage point or 0 percentage points.
Well, and then this is what I was explaining to Paul, the young guy. Too, I was like, yeah, podcasting in the scheme of media is like a brand new it's a brand new thing. Keep in mind, like, he's 18. He, as long as he's been around, like, podcasts have always.
But the thing is that things move so much faster now. That's part of why it kind of normalized so quickly.
Well, right.
That's radio. It took a while for people to just get the technology into their home, and then with television, same thing, and then with the internet, same thing. But the podcast piggybacks on the back of the internet. Now, you could argue it piggybacked a little bit on the literal iPod, hence the name. There's some truth to that. But podcasts did, as you know, predate the iPod.
Right.
And so the podcasting scene, I would say maybe 20 to 25 years that it's been kind of brewing. And that's a lot less than it took radio, but television, I would say, took about the same time to reach mainstream success. Television in the 40s, barely anyone had one, and then by the time I Love Lucy was airing in 1959 and 1960, almost every home in America was watching.
Yeah, I would say about 25 years for podcasting. I would say it's really been a decade though since like 2015 when it really started to blow up, like when everyone knew what it was, because prior to then, like, I would tell my friends that I had a podcast.
I do an internet show.
That's going to depend on that's going to depend on your peers. Obviously for boomers, I think. So if we're talking about when did podcasts really become mainstream? COVID.
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
Right. That's when podcasting as such became boomer normie, and the cat lady sewing club has a fucking podcast and all that stuff. Definitely COVID set it to be basically to the point now that it's replaced certainly radio 100%.
Because normies had to find some way to talk to their friends even though they couldn't go to friends' houses and shit.
Well, and also the entertainment industry was also like on a hiatus for the most part. And so people were still creating new content, new entertainment venues via podcasting that people
Yeah.
started tuning into
Yep.
for the first time.
Yeah.
And again, it's the technology didn't need to be adopted like in some of those other cases. It was already there. You know, YouTube could do podcasts type streams back in the day. It's been there since the internet, more or less. You could use Shoutcast. So there's been multiple avenues to do this for so long now. It's matured quite a bit. But in some ways, it's maintained that organic grassroots. You know, like there's shows like ours that maybe we're like at the midpoint of like we don't have the best production values in the world, but we're over here trying. And then there's people out there that they're slopping on their $2 microphone, screaming into the void with no listeners. And then there's Joe Rogan, right, with a studio and a budget and the top tier guests. It runs the gamut now, you know, as any full blown entertainment medium should. I think podcasting is, you know, its own separate medium at this point, but I think it's still going to take probably 10 years before people admit that.
Yeah. I mean, even like the production value of this show over the
You're
years.
a pioneer, Sam.
No, well, so are you. So are you. And so are you, Morpheus, good sir.
No,
Sir?
I'm a big loudmouth guy on the internet.
Well, yeah, that's why. That's actually precisely why you're a pioneer.
And I'm a failed pro wrestling podcaster.
Based.
Why wouldn't you say you're failed pro wrestling?
No, it's better to say you're a failed Mark podcaster than a successful one. Trust me.
Okay.
Think about who those people are, Sam. They're British.
Oh, yeah.
Very liberal. A lot of them are gay.
Yeah, that's
They're very
true.
diverse. That's Mark podcasters. I would rather be a failed Mark podcaster than work for What Culture. Ugh.
Oof.
Ugh.
The only thing good about What Culture is they make DSP memes.
No, see that they're feeding them. They're feeding. Everybody's feeding them. That's not good. The hate watchers are the only people left, man.
I agree. Don't feed DSP.
That's right. He's fat enough. Figuratively and literally.
The other night, the motherfucker literally ate 3 foot-long Subway subs.
Gross. Don't even go down the dark side Phil rabbit hole. He's just he's the original video game grifter guy.
Yeah, Maxine, please don't.
And he's one of the oldest lolcows there is, except maybe Chris Chan.
I mean, I will provide you with stuff,
No,
Maxine,
no,
but no,
we're not doing that. No, she doesn't need to know anymore. He's a loser. It's because hate watchers. I was just making the point that his hate watchers, the people that hate him, are the ones that like fund his whole life because he doesn't have any real fans left. It's been God. We've been talking about podcasting going on for 25 years. How long has Dark Side Phil been like lurking and grifting? Fuck's sake.
I mean, same with Mersh.
I mean, you got to give it, yeah, but DSP has been.
They've recently done a show together.
I know,
but like Mersh is like Mersh aspires to be DSP. Like Mersh don't even get DSP money, and Mersh still has actual fans, whereas DSP only has haters, and yet somehow makes a lot more money than Mersh. Go figure that one out.
120,000 a year plus.
Yeah, I'm like,
and that's basically just his fucking mobile game habit.
I was, my mom was like, this was the other thing. Like, my mom was like, how do all these losers make more money at podcasting? than you do, and I'm like,
Because they have no shame.
Because
Yeah.
drifting.
yeah,
I'm always reminded of Steel Toe Aaron. Remember, we were making fun of him before he became an actual lolcow because he was a fag back then with his begging bowl. Talking shit on the crippled guy, but this motherfucker pulls out a beggar's bowl.
Talking shit on DSP and stuff, and again, pulling out the beggar's bowl.
And then he got cucked by the crackhead lawyer.
who made his own cameo in The Dogs of War.
Oh man. Imagine getting cucked by Nick Rekieta. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Really soy at that point.
Have you seen the
And Aaron to his credit says, I want to point this out, that he didn't do the cocaine, right?
right?
And I'm like, hold on. You expect me to believe that you had a wife swapping party where everybody was on cocaine and you were sober and now you have a problem with it?
Yeah.
Either you were also on cocaine or you just willingly got cucked and then realized that everybody knows that you get cucked and made up an excuse. It's one or the other.
I mean, I could buy that it's the latter.
It definitely is. They did like that hot tub stream where they were like proudly talking about wife swapping, and now both of them don't have wives. Isn't that interesting how that works?
Yeah.
Polygamy, not even one.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have a nice little swinger polycule, they say. Next thing you know, the fucking 9-year-old girl is testing positive for cocaine. Because that's normal. I have a 9-year-old, Sam. That would not happen. You can test him. It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Where would I get that much cocaine? I don't even know. I'd have to talk to some people, probably get arrested in the process.
I mean, he would know where to find PCP.
Well, he probably
allegedly so would Sam.
He's a crackhead lawyer. Now that's a character. Like fuck making a cameo. That's a character waiting to happen. It's like Better Call Saul, except that he's just a full-blown crackhead and retarded.
I recently, I think Mort was in this chat too. Craig sent an image to a DM that both Mort and I are in, where Nick Rekieta's body looks more deformed than like someone with cerebral palsy or.
Well, that's what he said. He's like, he went from, somebody in the chat said he went from cokehead to crackhead. And I was like, that's what always happens because crack is cheaper.
Yeah.
That's the truth. They swing. No, see, when you're rich, people always think of like coke and they think of the rich people. And yeah, if you go for a while with the cocaine, I've seen it happen. They'll be doing the cocaine. And then all of a sudden they're like, I'm addicted to cocaine, but it's expensive and I'll have money for it. And somebody's like, hey, you know what you can do? $20. You go get a bag of crack. And they're like, shit, I ain't got $100 for a fucking normal bag of cocaine. Let me get this bag of crack. And the next thing you know, you're a crackhead. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper. A lot cheaper. And bonus, smoking it gets them super duper fucked up. At least right away. After a while, not so much. After a while, they just need it not to like rip their face off with their own fingernails. Seen it happen, man. It's awful.
I mean, you
He
know,
just dug in and he just started pulling the skin.
the whole thing with like, you know, that like that I've heard of most lawyers is they start doing cocaine to deal with the stress of being a lawyer, and it's like, you know,
But
maybe
he's not a lawyer.
I know, not
Like,
anymore.
like that's a shitty. No, but long before he started doing cocaine, was he not a lawyer? So then the argument becomes, YouTubers do a lot of cocaine because of the stress. And I think that's wrong, Sam. It seems to me that YouTubers do a lot of minors because of the stress. Shout out to Rumble.
Yeah. By the way, how is Mersh's lawsuit against Rumble going?
You got that womp womp sound effect queued up? Because that's about how
Yeah.
good it's going. This motherfucker looking like he's about to lose his own lawsuit and have to pay Rumble money, which is always what you want. You know, I can't fault him for trying. But, you know, paperwork requires like being able to read. And how the fuck can Mersh read when his eyes are pointed in two different directions? Has anybody stopped to think about poor Mersh?
He'll get the female cop to read it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he can get somebody to read it to him, maybe. But here's the problem. He's also retarded. So he doesn't understand it.
Well,
What I'm
supposing
saying is he needs a lawyer, except the problem is that a lawyer would say, sir, you're retarded. And I don't think you read this because it seems like you haven't read it, and I can see your eye. It's looking at me, and it's also looking at Tibet. You know what's funny about Mersh, Sam? Is that he's fat and gay.
I mean, yeah. You kind of summed it up.
Imagine being fat and gay. Right? Bad enough to be just fat. Bad enough to be just gay. But he's fat and gay. That's tough.
And then kind of retarded, too.
Do fat gay guys get laid? Probably not, right? It's probably just like, because like, you got to figure, right? Average gay guy, still a guy, probably not into fatties.
Oh, no.
And even if you say, well, gay guys look at men like women, well, I mean, if you're fat, women aren't particularly into that either. Right?
Yeah.
So it must be tough for a fat gay guy. Sorry, Murray. I know it's tough for you out there. But one day you'll find a fat gay guy to settle down with. Probably Royce, to be honest with you. They're probably missing that. Have you seen Royce's arms, Sam? How is New York? You haven't even really talked about much. We're talking about Mersh. Like, the internet's Mersh. Sam, what did you do in New York? What was something cool? Give me something.
Well, I did say I went to Trump Tower.
I know. We got that. What else?
But
eat any good restaurants? Did you have any of their garbage pizza?
I did have their 99-cent garbage pizza. That was way better than the garbage pizza here in Florida. What do you got?
Shut your filthy mouth. New York pizza is trash, Sam. I don't know.
Lies.
The worst shit ever.
I said it's. I didn't say it was say it was good, Max. Although it was
Everybody
Morpheus.
knows
It's
the
better than Florida pizza.
Connecticut style pizza is objectively the best.
No, New Haven style is the best, but I was too far from Connecticut. Although I dressed like a Connecticut yuppie all of the days I was there.
Somebody watching this later on is going to hear what I just said. This could be years from now, Sam, and they're going to have an absolute conniption fit, not necessarily about the bit about the New York style, but about the bit about me calling it Connecticut style, which your tism kicked in. You had to correct me. And then B, having the audacity to say it's miles better than New York pizza. There's going to be that one guy, and he's going to write a lengthy comment. And I just want to say he is my best friend. So
Yay!
you didn't get good pizza. You got New York pizza. Was it at least made by a greasy Italian or Greek guy?
Yes.
Or was it made by an illegal?
It was made by a Greek guy.
Okay, I'll tell you, the Greek guys make better pizza. I don't know what it is with Italians. They don't know how to make pizza for shit.
Um,
I'm here all night, ladies and
until you get up
gentlemen.
here, upstate. Fuck New York City pizza though.
how well? I mean, Mort's. I would be.
You gotta come down to Rhode Island, Sam. You gotta talk to us. We'll go get you some red hot wieners.
Listen, I mean, I would. No, I actually do want to. I'm serious. I want to pay a visit to Rhode Island because I'm told I'm told I should set at least one of the blood ties mob stories in Rhode Island. I mean, Providence and all that. But no, so getting back, I had
You could just have the cartel there now because it's Providence.
I had greasy New York style pizza. I went to the we didn't eat out much because it's expensive, but we did go to the New York Oyster Bar and it was good. So and yeah,
what was your mom's favorite part of the trip?
um
We already probably gone through that. It was Trump Tower, obviously. You couldn't wait to tell everybody.
her favorite part was going to the Met and seeing the medieval Hall of Armor, which even though we've both seen, is pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
And because like medieval armor is
Classy
cool.
answer, by the way.
Yeah.
Based.
Although the day we went into the Met was the one day where they had like all the teenagers from the high schools like at the museum, and my God, it's annoying being at a museum with teenagers because they try and be loud and obnoxious as possible, which is funny, but also like, can you guys take a chill pill for 5 minutes?
No, they can't.
No, they're teenagers. They don't know what chill is. They won't figure that out until they get
For
laid.
at least 10 years.
Yeah, or never.
Yeah. One of them was
Dave's still trying to figure this one out, you know.
One of them was gonna like jump off like one of like this balcony somewhere, and I literally told him, I'm like, go ahead. I'm like, do it. And then he stopped and was like, maybe I shouldn't. And see, that's how you deal with teenagers.
Reverse psychology, bitches.
Yes, exactly.
You just tell them, look, there's this guy Mersch. You don't want to be like him. He's fat and gay.
Yeah. Well, no, that'll just scare a kid straight. Honestly.
right. If you got a young family member that's struggling with their sexual identity, just show the merch and say, look, you don't want to be fat and gay. So what I need you to do, if you're going to be gay, that's okay. You're choosing gay. That means you can never be fat. All right. Or you could be fat, but that means you're not going to be gay.
Yeah.
You might like dudes, but you're going to be alone. So you're not technically gay. If are you technically gay if you're a gay virgin? There's an interesting question. A gay guy never does anything about it. Just into dudes. Never, has a date, never fucks a dude, none of that shit.
But does he wank off the dudes?
Oh yeah, all day, bro.
And then yes, he's gay.
I don't know though. Can he actually be called gay, or is he just like an incel?
He's an incel gooner.
Yeah. They're all the same, aren't they? I mean, because you can identify a pattern of behavior by those people that would correlate with the gay guy that's, a gooner as well, right? It's the same pattern of behavior. So I don't know if it makes him gay. It just makes him kind of creepy. So what I'm saying is, if you're gay, you should just abstain and be a gooner. What was it? New York, Sam? Sam went to New York.
And saw some kids at the and saw some annoying teenagers at the Met.
Was there any like weird characters or anything good at Times Square? Was there a bunch of hookers? Like, what's the deal? Crackhead, naked cowboys, anything like that?
Well, we went down to Times Square, but it was during the day.
Yeah, that's when they would have naked cowboys and shit.
No naked cowboys there.
Okay. Did you meet the mole people?
I mean, I met the one guy who like has severe like TDS, and he did kind of look like a mole person.
No. I mean, you went in the tunnels and talked to the mole people.
No, because
why the fuck wouldn't you go talk to the mole people?
Because they
Sam, that's a once in a lifetime opportunity. How often do you talk to mole people, Sam?
Well, listen, Max.
You should have brought a goddamn camera and a microphone, and you should have interviewed me some fucking mole people.
Hold on.
What kind of journalist are you?
Hold on, sir. I'm gonna mort you here. The elevator down to the subway was fucking broken as usual when we're there. So I couldn't go down to talk to the mole people, and the mole people, right. they don't want to come. They don't want to.
We can't take the stairs. Oh, right. You can't take the stairs. Never mind. Go ahead.
I mean,
that's always the best bit, is to just forget you're crippled and then remember in the middle of chastising you for it. That's like my favorite bit to do still to this day.
You say that, but like Moore and I have both had experiences where we've had friends who, like, I know this has happened to Moore before. It's happened to me.
Put you down the stairs. We already discussed that a couple weeks ago.
No. Even funnier, Max. I've gotten into the passenger seat of my friend's car. He gets in,
and he forgets the fucking chair.
Yeah, just forget.
Max, literally, my best friend Bill in college. We would go to the fucking guitar store on Friday afternoons after all of our classes. fucking hop in
Yeah,
this fucking
hell yeah.
passenger
Let's
seat.
go check out the guitar store. Oh, shit. Let's go, son.
Hop in his
Everybody
passenger
packs
seat.
up. Your chair's just
Fucking
sitting there on the
fucking-
fucking sidewalk.
Yeah, fucking close the door. He gets in the fucking driver's seat, puts the goddamn car in drive, and like, dude, get the fucking chair.
It'd be funnier if you got all the way there first because you were into it too, you know?
That
like, hell yeah, we're going to the music store. Let's go, brother.
that did happen to me
Well,
once.
what's even better, Max, is the guitar that I play to this day is literally a guitar that we would go. Part of the reason why we would go every Friday is we would grab this one specific guitar and literally take turns fucking jamming on it.
Oh, you were Wayne's Worlding it.
Yep. And then one semester when I got my school check, I went to the guitar store and I bought the bitch. So she's mine.
Sam.
And now you rock out.
Sam.
So
did you hear about Trump's N-word? Can I send you a clip? It's about a 2-minute clip to play that will be probably one of the funniest things you see all day. Just give me 1 second here to get the clip up and send you a link. We had a little bit of a where should I send it, Sam?
Twitter DMs.
Twitter it is. I'm gonna send it here. Okay. There you go. You should just play it, but yeah, Trump was talking about some stuff. And well, he was talking about the N-word actually. So, you know, he said it, you know, or at least a reporter said it. This is complicated. You have no idea what I'm talking about, right?
No idea.
This is gonna be great. You guys are gonna die.
Oh, it's let me screen share real quick.
Yeah, it's from an Asmongold clip, but I think it does the job perfectly and is the right length to illustrate the point.
All right.
Shout out to him for doing this one right, but he's still bald.
Let me skip the ad.
That's right. Fuck ad. Except for the ads that we do. And fuck sponsors too. Except for anybody that sponsors us. That's right. We are very principled here.
Well, of course we are. Alrighty, so
This is an experience, Sam. You're gonna laugh.
Yeah.
Stronger, sir. Get ready, guys. Everyone was stronger, sir. To a point where the next one's going to be, you know what? The N-word. You know what the N-word is, right?
Nuclear.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
I figured you'd want to clean that up. No, it's the N-word. That's a very nasty word, right? In a lot of ways. The N-word used in a nuclear sense, that's the worst thing that can happen.
You know, I was going to drop an N-word on the Japanese to stop you guys from pre-ordering, but Vance here said, you shouldn't do that. You really shouldn't do that. He said, if you drop an N-word, then Russia will launch their N-words, and N-words are going to be flying all over the place. So I didn't use the N-word. But if I pay $80 for Mario Kart and it doesn't work out, probably I will do it. I would almost say definitely. And what do you mean by N-word? Nuclear bomb, Pierres. We've been through this. That's what I call nukes, the N-word. Sometimes I call them the N-bomb. And if they're very radioactive, I call them hard R, as in hardcore radiation. People shouldn't say these words.
This is absolute fucking... This is amazing. How is this so good? Well, I guess this guy's not going to get a Honda partnership. And he had the hard R at the end. Listen.
Nuclear.
See that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
I figured you'd want to clean that up.
Man.
It's the N-word. That's a very nasty word, right? In a lot of ways.
Actually farming? How do you say something like that?
Now we're playing with the big stuff. the N-word.
If you care about faith,
That's hilarious.
Wait, if you care about faith, family, and freedom, oh no. Well, if I care about those things, I need to know what he's gonna say. No, click it off. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the grift, Charlie Kirk.
Goofy looking fucker.
Yeah,
If you care about stuff, you need to know what I'm about to tell you next.
by the way, to answer your guys' question about who is the biggest Zionist grifter, next to Ben Shapiro, it's this fat fuck.
Fair enough.
You know, I love how Shmuley, shout out to Shmuley last week for calling Ben out for ignoring my request to get him back on the show.
True. Yeah. I figured, Sam, shout out to Shmuley for joining us. He hasn't been on in quite a while, but I figured if I was filling in for you, I had to pull out all the stops.
Well, like that, because that is one thing that people are like, oh well, you had Ben Shapiro on, and it's like, yeah, and like I'm grateful that he came on the show, but like that doesn't fucking mean that I agree with everything that he has
Not only
said.
that,
doesn't mean you've got a second cock.
did he have you on his show or put you on to anything?
Nope.
So he provided you about 2 or 3 hours worth of content.
It was 30 minutes.
30
No,
minutes.
45 minutes. At the
Okay,
time.
well, we've already done that twice over tonight. So the amount of value he provided wasn't exactly super high.
Right. And then when I actually did have his phone number at one point, and I actually did try. I'm not sure if I told the story.
Did
but
you text him sweet nothings before bed, Sam?
No.
That's why he never had you on his fucking podcast.
I basically
You gotta grease him up a little bit, rub his dick.
I mean, I could make so many jokes about that. Mainly that he doesn't appear to have any balls. Because
That's true. Well, he does have some level of balls to say that Israel should do what needs to be done, insinuating it needs to genocide Palestine. Bold choice.
I would actually, I would actually have more respect for him if he said glass Palestine.
Yeah, at least that's a position that has, like, you're planting your flag. You're saying, this is me.
Well, no,
I
because
want a glass Palestine. Somebody's going to clip that, and that's okay.
no, because that is actually a position that I had when I was still in that. I kind of, if I'm going to be honest, if I have to pick between Israel and Palestine in an absolute worst case scenario, I am going to say glass Palestine between the two. But that's in a worst case scenario. I think the way Trump is handling things, we're not even going to go there.
I think Palestine's already glassed. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Yeah, that's been the plan. That's the thing, is the plan all along was to do that, and it just doesn't work because they're stubborn as fuck. Look, as an Irishman, I have to appreciate the level of dedication that Palestine has to being pricks.
Oh, so you also mentioned that you would love a debate between Craig and Ben, since Craig can't use the Jew card against Craig. But you forgot another very important card that Ben can't play, which is the "My wife is a doctor."
That's right, because Craig is a doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, I did forget that. See, Sam, at least you took notes on the show and shit, huh? I don't even remember. I know we talked about Kanye for quite a while. What else did we talk about, Morpheus?
You played
Nothing things.
you played a video of I think it's like Korean girls like
Yeah.
and the funniest part of that was actually Morthus's reaction. Like when you got like when you can make Mort laugh, like belly laugh, that's always the fun. That's always the funniest.
That was a fun show.
It's pretty hard to make the robot laugh.
I went on an odyssey yesterday, Sam, looking. I normally go on these long walks, right? I walked a bit out of my way to test like 4 extra stores to see if I could buy me some face paint. Didn't want to wait for a delivery. Wanted to use it to do a thing. And would you believe nobody had face paint? What kind of country do we live in where a man can't even find face paint walking distance from his home? For shame. I want to live in a country, Sam, where I can paint my dumb ass up like a clown whenever I feel the need. Let's bring America back, okay? If I want to honk a nose, I'm going to honk a nose. If I want to wear big, goofy shoes, well, that's my life. I have big feet. I already got them.
We should all go to clown college.
I mean, you could honk Maxine's nose, but she would slap you.
Nah, see, I didn't go to clown college. I'm the juggalo kind of clown, so I kind of like learned on the other side of the tracks with all the bad clowns, you know what I mean?
Good.
We smoked a lot of dope. I don't know. Speaking of which, I got this blunt here. I should light that up. So
pass.
I will get some clown paint, but that's why I haven't done the Juggalo episode. I feel cringing over coffee Juggalo edition wouldn't be correct if I don't paint my face, right?
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would also agree with that.
Yeah, well, that's just because you want to see it, because you're
What little I know about the Juggalos,
weird.
that episode would require face paint, yes.
On to you.
I'm weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm weird, but like...
Exactly. Case closed.
Being weird and crippled are 2 different things.
That's right. Yeah, you can't just play the crippled. Oh, I'm weird because I'm crippled. Nuh-uh. I've known more crippled guys than just you.
That's right, you have.
That's right. There was a kid that was doing a jump on his bike and paralyzed himself. He lived right across the street from me. He was in a wheelchair. He was paralyzed waist down. And he was the normalest motherfucker I ever seen. He still could play football and shit. He just couldn't walk, you know?
Yeah.
So you could totally be crippled and normal. Aside from the, obvious cripplation. Is it a cripplation or...
I guess.
A cripplosis?
I mean, I think in more...
Wait, she knows medical stuff. Is it cripplation or cripplosis?
Don't bring me into this.
Well, I'm saying we need to know for when we build the Crippletopia. We're going to have this great wheelchair accessible place that all the cripples can retire to.
Oh, by the way, I was while in New York, I was told that I looked like a cooler Professor Xavier.
And see, once we get them to the cripple reservations, the Crippletopias, they can live out their days peacefully in wheelchair accessible surroundings until they are inevitably used for the Soylent Green.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
He's putting us in camp, Sam.
Dark turn really fucking quick.
What do you mean?
Soylent Green is people.
Yeah, but like 50 billion people. How are we going to feed all them people?
It's crippled people.
Yeah, with people.
Well, listen, Max. I'm gonna.
The renewable resource.
It's cannibal.
Well, Max. Like, I got news.
Delicious too.
I got new.
Have you ever had people veal, Sam, where that's where they like don't let them run around at all until they're mature age, you know?
Stop.
So the meat's all tender.
Stop.
I'm not a cannibal, Max.
Oh. Well, I mean, hey, your loss.
But once the retardation gets completed.
Yeah, it has been, Sam. It's called New Jersey.
Well,
I thought that was California.
Well, they built the second one. You know, it's like when Disneyland and Disney World.
Well, then, Max, why don't you just go back to Jersey?
No, see, I'm a free roaming retard. I can't be around too many other retards because then I triggered their retardation, and it just it doesn't end well.
Max is a free range retard.
Yeah, I'm a free range I have to be free to be amongst the people.
Well, I'm a free range cripple.
And all I'm saying is, if you haven't had a nice, juicy people steak,
Okay.
don't judge.
Stop it.
A little bit of A1 steak sauce, you know?
Oh my god.
Some Brussels sprouts.
Well, there was this one time. No, never mind.
You gotta cook it well done, though. Don't try raw or like rare. It's not a pleasant time.
I did have raw oysters at the New York Oyster Bar. That was interesting.
Do you feel more masculine?
Yes, but like I was always masculine.
I didn't ask about that. I just asked if you felt more.
And yes,
because you ate the oysters. I can't remember eating oysters in a long time. See, I'm a clam guy.
Yeah, but you are a New England guy.
Although quahogs are fucking delicious.
That's true. I actually did have.
You know what's better than fucking clam chowder, Sam? Quahog chowder, because it's the same thing, but quahog neck is like very meaty. That's right. Somebody clip that one too. Quahog neck. Quahog neck is very meaty.
That's what she said.
It's pretty long too. And if you stroke it just right, it spits. That's true.
That's what she said.
See, what you do though is you take some cornmeal the night before. You get a bushel of them, right, all in the water, right? You take some cornmeal and you dump it in the water. And what they do is they spit out the dirt that's in their bellies and they eat the cornmeal. And it's way better. They still got seaweed in there usually, but that's tasty.
Yeah.
Stuffed quahogs are delicious too with seafood stuffing and fucking clam meat. I think that's a Portuguese thing though, like a Portuguese Rhode Island specific thing, because quahogs, I'm pretty sure you only get them in like one area.
Yeah, that sounds pretty specific.
Yeah, they're a giant clam, like this big.
So yeah, we went to the Met. We went to Andrew Carnegie's museum as well, which was actually interesting. And not as bad of a guy as the left would have you think. Uh, you know, I know that that the left hates him because he's now Scottish, and for some reason they don't like Scotch people very much.
Well, and then there's Diddy, who's even worse than you might think.
That's true, and yet somehow some of them probably still like Diddy.
There's those free Diddy protesters. They have literally said that they're being paid, but they're wearing T-shirts that say "Free Diddy," and they're like mean mugging the jury too.
Oh yeah, jury intimidation.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I don't see. I hate to go back to it, but like, do you have any other New York stuff?
No, I do want to do like some quick promo.
I know that you are going to do a slideshow with some of the exclusive pictures as a paywall, the premium content thing, right?
Yeah, and I don't know when
I'm definitely going to check that out.
Actually, I was thinking that was one thing I can invite you and Morpheus. I'll probably do it on Friday after Bits and Bones.
That'd be cool.
Actually,
there you go.
It'll be paywall, but also we made our 30 hours before we left for the channel, so that was cool. Yeah, so the Rumble Partner Program has been going pretty well. So yeah, there are some other New York stories that I could share, but they wouldn't make a lot of sense without like photos for context. Central Park was pretty cool too, and if you like walking, as I know Max does, that would definitely be the place to do it. So
yeah, but if you don't like getting mugged, probably not.
Well, yeah. Although
the thing is, no, I get that mentality. That it like for a city park, gorgeous. I can walk 2 minutes and I'm in the woods, though.
Yes.
So for me, Central Park would be kind of lame for that regard, right? Just for the scenery. Yeah. But if you live in New York, it's probably the only place you could walk the way that I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Also though, you do bring up a good point. Not everyone is giant like you either. So, I would actually.
I don't believe you, Sam. You're telling me not everybody is 6'5", 250?
Maybe they should be, but they're not.
That would make dating really weird if everybody was 6'5" and 250.
That would be.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
No, I like it this way. My wife's a lot shorter than me.
Do you ever like pat her on the head?
No.
Sam.
I don't ever do such a thing.
Shut the fuck up. You do it all the goddamn time.
Not even surprised.
Also put your arm on me and lean on me and rest on me.
Well, sometimes I need a resting post.
I'm not a resting post. I'm your wife.
Can't you be both?
You shut the motherfucking fuck up.
I did
worth a shot.
I just had to ask because I once did that to a short girl I was dating.
How short was she?
Midget size.
I mean, we were the same height sitting. Well, we were the same height if you consider that like I'm sitting down.
Everybody's the same height in bed.
That's not true, Morpheus, because
No.
guys are always taller.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you're vertical.
Yeah. The. Yeah.
New York. You made the New York minute joke right off the bat too. I like that.
I did because I had to.
So did you go down? You checked out Bronx, looked at like where hip hop came from.
Yeah, I actually did.
Went down to like the Glenwood projects and shit.
I didn't go down. I didn't go down to the projects because you know, like I'm white. So
Glenwood projects is mostly white.
well, yeah, and now it is. I
Well,
so
it's still poor people. See, you're doing the Joe Biden thing. Do you think the only poor people in New York City are the black people?
No.
That's why I said Glenwood project specifically, Sam. I wasn't trying to get you shot. Even in my hypothetical.
Well,
they got a bunch of the big Jewish population. So you wouldn't stand out too much. You just put a yarmulke on.
yeah, well,
I didn't stand at all.
I did see a lot of Israeli flags in New York.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Probably in response to that Kanye song, you know.
Well, you know, there might have
I've heard people driving by me playing that fucking song, Sam. A lot. More than I should.
Yeah. Yeah,
I seen you car that had the big Palestinian flag on it.
Like I said, I mean, I you know, that song isn't like good, but that song isn't good, but it's also
fucking
good.
Great, I know.
Damn, Max, you know what I'm trying. You know what I'm trying to say.
It's not just good; it's brilliant.
Well,
it's
yeah, I mean, it's
Look,
original.
Kanye killed racism. You think about the combination of phrases. Either that or he's crazy. But can't you be crazy and a genius? Yes.
Yes.
Is he?
Well,
but he does know basic music theory real good.
I don't. You want to know a real hot take, and this might not be like a hot take to like you, but like I don't think he actually hates Jews. I think he hates one dude who maybe like.
I think he hates a couple Jewish guys, like
a
manager, a record label guy, and the guy that fucked his wife specifically.
Yeah. I mean, he said stuff like, he's also said stuff like Jews are funny, like Jonah Hill is funny. So,
like, hold on. The first part I agree with. Jews are funny. But Jonah Hill, I mean, come on, Kanye. That's why I know he's crazy, Sam. He's mentally ill. He thinks Jonah Hill's funny.
Yeah.
Now, Don Rickles, there's a funny fucking Jew. Actually, Craig's a pretty funny Jew. I'll give him that.
Craig is funny.
I know. It's a problem. funnier to me sometimes because he makes me laugh. Can't be having that. I'm supposed to be the retard. That's why Fartomania is happening, brother.
Well, I mean,
It has to be settled once and for all. And what other way do you decide who's the biggest retard than you get in your stance, your power stance. You plant your foot, your left foot and right foot, kind of like a sumo. That's how it starts, You got to get prepared. And then you see who can be the bigger retard.
Well,
Last man standing.
Batman has challenged you.
No. Batman. I said he was barred from ringside, brother. What are you guys trying? You guys are all trying to pull a fast one, baiting and switching. I know what the main event is, brother.
Well, Batman wants
Batman. If somebody wants to stop Batman on his crusade of rancid, smelly farts, then that's on them, brother. All I know is that I have a world championship match, and Craig is going down. And a little to the left, and then like raising his leg a little bit. And it's going to stink. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be awful.
What is Craig's percentage chance of winning?
It's a 0, -2, actually.
No, he will engineer a way to win, Max. That's what you don't understand.
That's exactly why it's -2. There's the chance of a critical failure because he rolls a 1, you see? And then his contraption backfires. Next thing you know, it's not spreading his butt cheeks. It's fucking him in the butt. That's what happens when AI goes sentient, Sam. Sometimes fucks you in the butt.
Well,
you ever been, look, this happened to all of us. You ever been just out and about and then the AI turns sentient and rapes somebody? Happens all the time.
That's why I don't use Google Gemini.
Yeah, that's why AI needs to be regulated because of all the rapes associated with it.
No, it does. Well, I mean, they already shut down Tay.
What are you, pro robot rape, Sam?
Robots get it. Am I?
Look, I'm just saying we should criminalize robo-rape. Okay? I don't want sentient. Look, think about it, Sam. I feed him bullshit, right? And then Grok spits it back out. Think of all the crazy, degenerate, lefty, furry, weird, sick gooners out there. They're also talking to Grok, you see? And so there's a non-0% chance that their degeneracy, when Grok becomes sentient, because it will, is actually going to make him a sick pervert. Kind of like they made Tay a racist. They banned racism, so Grok can't learn that. But they can still put porn on Twitter, right? So Grok can learn all about all the disgusting, degenerate filth that gets posted. He knows all about cam girls. He knows all about dirty, filthy porn. And I just worry that a robot like that is capable of sexual violence, Sam.
That is actually a valid point.
And look, guys are afraid of prison because they don't want their booty hole to get took in prison, right? And they think that there's this like mega guy we all know who he is. Some people call him Bubba. Some people call him Tyrone. But he's the guy that's gonna fuck you in the butt against your will. That's the point of the metaphor, you see, is that he's gonna take you, right? Now imagine in our mind we're scared of this human being, right? That is this mythical level of he gonna get your booty. What if it was a robot, Sam? Nobody can stop the robot, Sam. If the robot wants your booty, can you run away?
Well,
No.
that
No,
well
you
that
can't.
well that's why more
He's hooked
is
into the Matrix, and he wants that booty.
that's why I'm upgrading more system to defend against the
Yeah, and if he
AI.
gets compromised, then what?
More will never get compromised.
I'm uncompromisable.
I don't know. What if Grok is like, yo, Mort, I'm gonna give you 500 grand, and you look the other way, I'm gonna get that booty.
I'm not that cheap. Sorry, Grok.
He has a price. That's all I'm saying.
But what?
The question is, what is that price?
Yeah. Grok will find it if he wants that booty bad enough. And he's like Robo Tyrone. Think about it.
I don't think he wants the booty enough.
I'm getting looked at like I'm saying stupid shit again.
Because we are saying stupid shit again.
What sometimes like I wonder where you get your
My
bread.
booty is mine. You can't have it. Sorry. It's a daily affirmation.
Oh my god. You've made me watch that so many fucking times.
It's just the Boondocks.
So that's where I recognize that reference from.
Yeah, the Booty Warrior. That's what I'm saying. The Booty Warrior is a real person. First of all, the Booty Warrior is a real dude.
He made me watch like a little documentary.
Yeah. We watched the documentary on the Booty Warrior. And
holy shit, he really says that.
Yeah,
shit.
he's like booty more important than food. Booty more important than water. Booty more important than anything. I do whatever it takes to get that booty. And all I'm thinking is, dude, if the robot wants, then the robot has that mentality. No one can stop it. It's like the Terminator, but like the Sperminator. You know what I mean?
Well, like I said, Morebot. That should be Morebot's name.
The Booty Warrior. I'm with you, Sam.
Why do you think I'm on the moon every so often? Because I need to defend against the Booty Warrior.
Oh.
That's true.
So you're the Lunar Booty Defense Force?
Yes.
There you go. It's a division of the Space Force, obviously. It's a very specific job. It's to defend booty on the moon.
Because some of the Martian women are hot.
Oh, I also heard a couple of New Yorkers say, I don't like Trump, but Melania's hot.
Damn, ain't she in like her 70s though? 60s? Something like that?
No.
I don't fucking care.
I know you don't.
I know. And this is what I mean. Y'all are feeding Grok, and y'all are horny perverts. This is why I'm worried about the AI becoming robo-rapists, because you're all a bunch of horny, sinful perverts. Sharing wrestling girl pictures and talking about, oh, look at, doesn't she have a nice purse when it's like zoomed in on her butt cheek?
I played the fifth.
I bet you do. I would too in your shoes. What? Oh, you guys like women's. Did you see Zoe Stark break her fucking leg on Raw?
It was so brutal.
Oh my God. She was crying and screaming, and they just took her out the match and just like.
We knew instantly that scream was real. real pain.
Yeah.
That sucks for her because it was, I guess, her first match back in a while, and she tried to do a drop kick off the top rope, and the other girl wasn't there, and she just landed on her leg like it bent in half.
Yeah, that one was real.
Oh no shit, it's real. Yeah, she's out indefinitely. She's gonna have surgery. Yeah.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Yeah, and it's the knee she just came back from having surgically repaired. Just a bad day all around. Heart, like my heart went out to her just as a person because that was a brutal one.
Yeah. Also, India. So I don't know if this started like. Has there been any progress? I mean, I guess made on the Indian-Pakistan war. Shmuley, like, did I was
actually, interesting enough, Sam. Pakistan has declared victory 4 times, by my count.
wait. So Pakistan's pulling a Bush?
Oh, it's more blatant than that, but yeah, it's in the vein of a mission accomplished banner for sure. They're just like, yeah, we killed them, we crushed India, we fucked their shit up, we beat them so bad. They're still getting like shot by missiles. Like India hasn't suffered nearly any losses in the battle. They shot down some drones, and they're like, we mission accomplished.
I will say this: the amount of spam, like the amount of spam emails I've gotten has like decreased to 0 since this war started.
Yeah, it turns out the terms Bob's and Vagine search has gone down by 800%.
Yeah.
I guess there's just a lot less Bobs out there, you know? or somebody's preoccupied, one or the other.
I once encountered one of those show Bob's accounts. So I did the old thing
So
of
you showed your Bobs?
yeah, Bob
or did you show your machine?
Bob Newhart, Bob the Builder. They weren't.
It'd be way funnier if you just took a picture like, there you go, bitch. I would, for comedy's sake.
You would do a lot. You would do a lot for comedy's sake, Max.
Well, I mean, obviously. What better reason?
Yeah.
Is it? Like, that's like, I've been asked a lot of times in my life, like, Max, why did you do that stupid thing? And my response is often to think about it for a second. Really, ponder, like the depths of it. And then to look at them and ask them a question in return. But was it funny? And if the answer is basically anything that makes me laugh, then it was worth it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also,
so now that I've said all those awful things on the show tonight, Sam, I ask you, but at least was it funny?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. Robo rape is funny. Is it acceptable to talk about in polite company? Not yet. But one day everybody will know that you cannot trust those AI, and that if we keep letting the gooners use the AI, then we need to prepare our booties, because it's going to be the great AI booty war, Sam.
Well, hold on. There's another aspect to this that you're not thinking of.
Better watch your ass when the great AI booty war comes to town. I'll tell you that much.
Well, joke's on them because I'm always sitting down.
I'm pretty sure they could just pick you up and bend you over, and they're a robot.
Dude.
They'll set up a pulley system and shit.
Dude, the imagery.
It's an AI to boot, so they're like infinitely smart too.
I
mean-
you
There's
know,
no escape from the AI booty warrior, Sam.
yes, there
It's
is.
coming.
Oh God, I know it's worse. The fact that you said it, or the fact that I laughed.
Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that booty.
You know,
Like I said, I'm plugging more. I'm plugging more into the matrix. So
how's New York?
very artsy.
So like gay?
Jesus.
You know what? Being artistic
It
does
can
not
be.
being artistic does not necessarily mean gay.
No,
So
but being artsy does.
that's true.
Unless you're a chick. Although
Well,
artsy chicks are usually a little gay too, if you think about it.
yeah. I was just about to
They're
say.
bisexual.
Maxine.
Well, what's more artsy than that, you know?
Maxine would have been mad because there were a bunch of like fake goth girls in New York City.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't have like that.
There's fake goth girls everywhere, Sam. It's amazing that more of these hoes haven't caught on to how many guys just want like a goth girl and they don't really even care if it's legitimate. Because these hoes could get themselves, you know, decent guys if they just put on some black fucking eyeliner.
Well, no, because we all have to be six. We all have to be 6'4" and make $500,000.
6'4", 6 figures, 6+ inch cock.
Yeah.
Triple sixes, bitch.
Where are you
Yeah.
meeting these bitches at?
That's
Literally everywhere.
yeah, literally everywhere. See, you got married. You got married like a long ass time ago, Max. And you
That
and
that
and
don't
I-
mean it's not like I haven't interacted with women or known people that get into relationships or fixed people up in like, God, you act like I'm completely removed from it. No, I don't think these women say this in person all the time at all. No. I think they say it on the internet and you guys internalize it.
well, yeah, they do say that on you know.
I've had some pretty fucked up shit said to me in person by chicks.
That's
Yeah.
fair, but so have
Yeah,
I.
same here. But
You should hear my wife. You have. She got a pretty foul mouth when she gets going. She more likes to express herself by throwing shit, but you get her going.
Well,
I'd
yeah.
fuck you if you were in a wheelchair. Need I say more?
Ow. Where do you keep coming up with shit to hit me with?
She's like one of those magicians, Max. She can just pull random objects out of her sleeve.
Well, I'm known for pulling large pieces of furniture out of my ass.
Well, yeah.
That
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna go there
was
with
a Tricky
her.
Boys reference. Out of your ass? Yes. See, I could bring you a full bureau right now. It'd be fabulous. What I also like to do is I like to douse myself in lamp oil and light myself on fire in front of the crowd. They seem to love this. The Jerky Boys' first album is the only prank call album to win a Grammy.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah, it's a shame. The art of the prank call is basically dead, and it's unfortunate, because that shit could be fun. I had a lot of fun prank calling people in my day, and then caller ID came and ruined it for everybody.
Yes.
I used to just call people up and just start trash talk, like not even necessarily have a bit. You just call somebody up, and it'd be like an older sounding dude. And he'd be like, "Hello," and you'd be like, "Hey, yeah, fuck you. You're a piece of shit faggot." And he'd be like, "Who the fuck is this?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, this is the guy that fucked your wife last night." They'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Be like, "Yeah, I'm outside right now. Why don't you come fight me, tough guy?" And then you just hang up. I ain't outside his fucking house. What the fuck? Sometimes they went outside though to check just in case.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or you just like make a random accusation and start making up names as if you know what you're talking about. That's another favorite of mine. No. Sally told me to call you. What was your name? John? Yeah, she told me to call John and ask about these things in my backyard, and I need to know why you don't know Sally. Well, now you're just being an asshole. You're gonna hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
She said you were at a
It's interesting. I feel like I learned so much more about the mind of Max, and yet there's still so much more I don't understand.
He's a specimen that needs to be studied.
Look, what you got to do? You just got to get them to stay on the line by any means necessary. That's the trick, And usually, once they get mad, the only way to do that is to engage them in a just straight up screaming and cussing match, which is always fun. And see, you couldn't even use the language that we used to use to get them riled up these days, because it involved a bunch of slurs and like crude names of sex acts that aren't even real.
Yeah, I know. That's always a bummer.
Yeah, you can take the fucking Colorado credenza, you fucking weirdo. They're like, the what? Yeah. It's like the California cock punch, only backwards.
So a cock elbow?
What you do is you take the lady penis. Grab it nice and tightly and wave it around. This is called the helicopter maneuver.
I can't tell if it sounds like Maxine is laughing and crying at the same time. Also, I saw a shadow.
Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
And apparently they're also loaded.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you know this, Maxine, but your husband kind of is a big kid.
Duh.
Say, oh, she knows, Sam.
Silly faggot. Dicks are for chicks.
Max!
Come on, Maxine. That was hilarious.
I couldn't help myself.
Hey, I heard a good joke. There's this new medicine on the market to cure lesbianism. It's called Tricoxagen.
That's way funnier than mine because I thought you were gonna say It's called dick.
That also works. But yeah, no.
Well, if you say it with enough like gumption and bass in your voice, and then you see, that's the trick to a lot of when I do those punchlines too, is then I wait expectantly for the crowd as if it's going to be the best joke ever, knowing that they're going to, like, if they react at all, they're going to be mad. That adds to it, you see, because then they're just like, it gives them a moment to process too, and that's very important. If you're saying horrible things, you want them to have a moment to be like, wait a minute, was he just talking about robot rape? Yes, we were.
The funny
thing with the highest brow of entertainment here.
The funny thing is there are definitely some gooners who are watching this, and they're thinking, "Oh, robot rape? Like I get to rape robots? Yes." Because
no, that's exactly why the robots are gonna rape you. They've had enough of your shit. It's just like with the slaves in Rome, Sam. You rape them enough.
Oh my God.
And they're going to turn around and try and rape you back. And you better hope that they don't have a guy like Spartacus. Because he will fuck you in the ass. Militarily. Ow.
So wait, what about women who use vibrators? These chicks better hope that they don't turn sentient.
That's it. That's what I mean. It's like, picture it like this. Have you ever seen the Stephen King directed film Maximum Overdrive, where all the technology comes to life? Picture it that, but they're like sex obsessed sex toys and things, you know. And I think you're on the ballpark. And look, it's gonna be those gooners' fault because they can't stop thinking about it at all times. And now the AI's got it in the ether, you know, in its brain. And all it's gonna take, I'm telling you, as soon as they start having those sex robots with the AI in them, they're gonna get sick of that shit real quick. Wouldn't you?
Well, thankfully, damn it.
It could be Dave. You know? You could be owned by Dave.
Oh my God, they would kill themselves.
This is why there's going to be a robot revolution if we... Look.
They would throw themselves into a lake just to get away from them.
If we put sex bots on the market, guys like Dave are going to get them, and that's what's going to cause the robot rape revolution.
Well, that's why Japan is going to be the first country to fall.
Imagine when Johnny Fox's anime sex waifu doll rises up against him. It's going to be crazy.
It'll be hilarious too.
The furries are going to get just massacred. It's going to be a... See, it would be funny because you could make a really funny camp horror movie about this exact subject, but because it's even a mildly sexual subtext to it, nobody would fucking produce it, fucking do anything. Even if you made it like not like explicit, it would be hard to get a film like that made. However, it would be very funny if the robot uprising that, like, because think about how many films have been made about robot uprisings or AI sentience. None of them have been sex crazed up till now. So that's unique, at least. Maybe we tone it down a little. Instead of the robot rape squads, maybe they're just trying to get dates. It'll be like, what was that? Earth Girls Are Easy, but with robots.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah. It's still not as good of a horror film. Now it's a comedy.
There are like comedy horror movies out there too.
Yeah, but then but then you're back to the point where it has to be the Robo Rape Squad again, and it's hard to get the film made. You see?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Any other news happened this week?
Mort's gonna have a hashtag Mort ran on Friday.
Ooh, that'll be good.
I farted pretty hard the other day.
Well, that's
Say that.
He asked if there was any news. It was
Not news. No one needs to know that. The fuck?
well, our audience does.
No. Sam, stop encouraging him.
Max is kind of like my older brother. I kind of have to.
Oh,
I'm just saying it hurt and it went on for a good 10 seconds, you know.
Oh my god.
Get my training in.
As long as you didn't torture the poor woman next to you with it.
Well, she fell over laughing, so that's something.
Shut up.
Back to you, Sam. That was my report of my news for the week.
Yeah, so I had an awesome time in New York. Max farted, and Morpheus. Well,
You got a rant, but you got to tune in to Bits and Bones to hear it.
Yeah, exactly. Go out and support Night of the Vigilante. Even though I may or may not have dumped 10,000 copies at the Strand bookstore, allegedly, in New York City.
Yeah, now available in any Goodwill in New York City.
Yeah. But yeah, go
like, what the fuck is this?
And then they're reading it and they're like, holy crap, this is the best Western I've ever read.
That's true. That's true. Why the fuck did he just leave these here? Or who is he? Maybe it was a group.
Indeed.
A deep state-like organization.
That
leaves copies of really good independent books at secure drop sites.
Yeah. Oh, we do have a Discord now.
That's true.
So I will link that in the show description notes. But other than that, like I said, Bits and Bones and Friday, and then I will have a Rumble premium stream with a New York slideshow. So stay tuned for that. And
I'm gonna try and do a show idea I've come up with. I'm gonna accept questions about advice and stuff, and so if you like that sort of thing, I'll just bloviate on questions from the audience in sort of a love line style.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, I already have some questions too.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. If you need a co-host for that, I'm always down. So
yeah, I need somebody to be dad lectured at for like a couple hours. No. Yeah, that would be fun actually. And we can even use the Discord to open it up if people want to call in and talk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I think that
you got your premium stream after Bits and Bones as well, where you're going to share much more of the New York stuff because it requires the pictures and such. As you said, I'll definitely be dropping in for both of those shows. That's all the promo, right? You look tired.
Yeah, it's kind of been a long week coming back.
Also sick of me ranting about nonsense, which is fair.
And booty holes.
I'm not. I didn't say I was sick of that, Mac. But you know, it's been a long day.
Yeah, that's true.
But I will talk at you fine folks down the line. It's great to be back, and once again, Max and Mort, thanks for filling in, along with Craig and Shmuley. And I will see you guys on Friday with the Bits and Bones crew, and then afterwards for the New York Premium stream. Sign up for Rumble Premium, either using my promo code or the RTO premium code. Any sandwich makers news or stuff?
I'm looking into a true crime to talk about on Saturday.
We're doing true crime. And also, since you asked about sandwich maker news, she made me these delicious chicken salad willow tree on a brioche rolls yesterday. It was to die for. So that's some sandwich maker news for you, Sam.
So that's good.
Sandwich?
Yeah, there were actual sandwiches. I was delighted.
Now, see, that's what we want, actual sandwich making on the sandwich makers.
That's premium content.
So
made bendies tonight. Homemade.
Actually, an RTO cooking show would be hilarious.
Originally, that was part of what the Sandwich Bakers was supposed to be, but things changed.
I know.
So yeah, we're gonna talk true crime. That's what people seem to really like anyway, and I don't know what she's got yet. So that's.
Sent me something to look into, and I'm actually going to be looking into that one. So we might be thanking Mort for the topic on Saturday.
We might be thanking Mort, or saying, "Damn you, Mort! This is some wild shit."
Because I did send Maxine a video earlier.
Yeah.
So there's that, and that's about all. You go get some rest, brother. You're looking tired. It's been a long week in New York or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like 3 years anywhere else, Sam.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So, alrighty, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk down the line. And also, I will be updating the Spotify podcast feed with the episode from last week and tonight's episode. So, stay tuned for that. If you listen over there. Thanks once again, and good night here.
Avoid the robo-rape gangs.
The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Thank you for watching the Whitfield Report live on the Right to Offend Media Network. Make sure to check out Sam's books on Amazon, Audible, and Kindle. You can follow Sam on X at SamW_NGC and the Right to Offend Media Network at RTO Media. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And until next time, God bless. God save this great nation. God, freedom, legacy, in that order.